Yeah, Lefiya is... Thank you, Lefiya. Yeah, she's super hot for... she is so hot for, for ice. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so welcome to my review part of Sword Oratoria episode 2. It's a fun episode. I laughed all the way through the good live action part. I mean, I laughed all the way. Really funny anime. Probably the anime I laughed at the most, probably this week or last week or so on. As I said in my live reaction, this is the anime I look forward for the most to watch. Because while My Hero coming tomorrow is my, oh my god, my most exciting thing that I definitely get hyped about, I know what's going to happen in My Hero. Why I get excited about even seeing it before, but yeah. This is all new to me though. However though, this episode was weak in one part of which is the main story. This episode had no main story. It was all about... let me stop this thing, by the way, sorry for that. There it is. I mean, this anime was all about, right, this kind of like, I would say boob jokes and dress jokes and like cosplaying. Like what? And of course some relationship jokes and so on. But yeah, it's really funny though. And really a lot of good fan service. But I mean, yeah, wow, like this is... yeah, a little weak on that part though. So probably I would say like on funny level though, I would say it's really good, right? The Loki jokes, the Loki jumping in here again. Loki always grabbing Lefiya, of course. Lefiya never learns to avoid Loki's boob grab. Yeah, you never learn, yeah, she never learned and so on, yeah. Soft and squishy, yeah. I mean, the boobs are insane. Look at look at the ending. Sorry, let's get that one around. You get no help. Just I mean, really funny episode, right? But it didn't really bring us much of the story at all, except the whole Ice being sorry for. Well, at some part, I guess Lefiya is really into Ice. It's like, oh yeah, I want Ice to notice me senpai and so on. The thing is that, because we already watched that mantra, we know the Belkun side of it, we really realize that she is, feeling sorry for that she scared him and so on. So we already kind of knew that. It was more about how she come to session of that. So it's kind of interesting to watch the anime though, because I remember Danmachi pretty clear, right? So it's kind of interesting see this kind of the same story as someone. It's a relationship, right? It's a relationship from two different sides. So it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's a little repetitive, a little bit though. The boss thing was a little too long there, because we already seen it once earlier. Yeah, I think the bar, that's probably the worst part of the episode, weakest part. I'll say weakest, worst, I feel it's too hard to say. Probably the weakest part of the episode was the bar scene. But it's a very important scene. That scene was the exact same scene with different angles, mainly from Lefiya's angle, than we've seen, in Danmachi. So that could have been maybe half as long, maybe even like a quarter as long. But it would still give us the same message, because we already know, what she's gonna, what Beat's gonna say and Ice reaction and so on. So I felt that pretty much the end of it was the only thing important, right? More than actually seeing every angle and so on. So that's probably the weakest part. But otherwise, it's a really fun episode. Absolutely recommend the anime. I think it's gonna be probably the best anime this season. Somewhat, it feels like for this is humor, yeah. Like it's probably the but I left the most. I think that while it's a little repetitive, because I have just able to say this so much. How much have I said this word today? But boobs, but it's like a lot of fan service, a lot of boobs, a lot of breast jokes. I mean, when it's run into the I see the end, it's like, oh, she has huge tits, so unfair, like, and that's a part of it, so on. That just feels weird, but this is like, what can you say, right? But I still think it's good. I think it's really good, actually. And the one thing I like with Sword Oratoria, though, is it's really rough, right? So last week was really, bloody, raw action. This episode, no action, though, but still all the jokes were saying the word mature, but still I feel like there's a lot of sex jokes in it, there's a lot of like recipe jokes, so on. This feels like a very uncensored anime, they joke about everything, they joke about this and so on. You see this like Lefiya dream vision of Ice, which I like. All of that part was really good, especially if it's obvious what's gonna happen. It's like maybe ask her by this man clothes. And like, man clothes? She can't wear that. And then you're like, actually, see her vision of Ice in some kind of, you know, nice black costume. She's like, oh, I would fuck that so hard right now. Like, okay, yeah, like, she's like drooling and the nose bleep pretty much like, yeah, giving the whole, like, you know, pervy anime character, right? It's like, oh yeah, Ai-sama. It's like, okay, maybe that's a good idea. So, I mean, it kind of works, right? It really works, I think, so far. However, though, I have to say, as I said in my Boruto review this morning, right? If you watch that thing, and as I said that morning in Boruto, there's no way the anime would be as fun as haven't watched Danmachi. Absolutely wouldn't. It's clearly a spin-off anime. Much better though than Boruto, because you could watch this with having watched Danmachi and it would still be really hilarious, but some of the jokes, especially running into like the other goddess, it's like, oh my god, her huge shit's on the way, I can't believe this. Like, that is of course, you know, better, right? Because we know who this goddess is. Obviously seeing Valkyrie run away to make guy, all of those things make much more sense, right? So definitely be hard to watch the anime if you haven't watched it, but you should watch that much. It's a great anime. It was like what, 12 episodes, 13 episodes, I believe. Of course, it's not ended, but you know, like the anime wise is very short. It's just one season, right? Half a season to speak. One like spring season 2 years ago, something like that, and it's quite short, right? You should watch it. And this is good. Yeah, this is really good. I think it was easily one thing I really lacked. I felt is the action part. But I guess this was more of like, you know, let's go to town, let's buy, you know, let's buy panties and bras and like do some weird stuff. Yeah, it's like this episode was really about that. But I have to say what I really liked last week was this really brutal action we saw in Sword Oratoria, which I really miss in this other anime this season. Like there's not really, I feel, this anime except Sword Oratoria last weekend. They had good action, like really good action, except for My Hero Academia and like Attack on Titan and those like major names everyone knows about. But there's all the new animes that are coming. They're all kind of like, oh, we're fighting this magic thing, or you know, there's like good action. Zero Card had some good action, I think, with the blood in the first one. It was okay, but not on the level of Sword last week. So that I missed this episode though. But overall, I think it's a good episode. Like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I think it, actually, seriously, I think it was really funny all the way through. You have and you do it in some good way too. I love this like inferior complex with the breasts and so on. It works really good. If you watch a lot of anime in your life, if you watch like Love Hina and or like Harem, Ecchi and so on, you know that kind of genre, you know the kind of jokes. It works. I think it flows great there. And the whole like perverted goddess that like molest them all the time when they appear, and that seems like a very juvenile joke, but it works fine because they do it in a good way. Because see, every time Loki jumps at them, it's like, oh, Kari guys, let me grab you, and then let me hug and grab you, and I was like, burp, burp. So all the girls, you know, you're in a line, right, and like, you know, don't trigger perfectly in sequence. So you almost get Lefiya in the end, and it's like, you never learn, Lefiya, you never learn. It's like, guys, help me, guys. And you see Iceman, nope. It's like, sorry. No, you shouldn't say sorry, help me, but no, I help you. And that was great because that happened 3 times in a row, right? And we saw, especially the last time in the, like, after the ending, we see that scene again, right? And it's like, it just works really well because we see them all, you know, Ice being like, oh yeah, thank you, Lefiya, I understand now, I'm gonna, you know, think about you more and so on. And so it's like, no, don't stop. And like, oh, she's taking, help me, Ice. I was like, no, I'm sorry. Like, it was that way. He's like, you can only blame yourself, and you won't be. He's like, nope, not for this. Like, this is all you. You know what we're gonna do to you. We know we're gonna use you as the, as the Loki bait. So, you can only blame yourself. It's like that. It works. So that ongoing, you know, it's become better and better actually. So that's why I really love this anime, because it feels like this is what's going on right now. Ignoring Belkun and all that, you know, Danmachi story. This kind of party, this kind of female characters, and I love the twins. They're really good characters. Tijuana. Like, they are really good, and yeah, I'll pronounce it similarly. Tijuana and Tijuana, yeah, E-N-A. And like, that works really well for me. The chemistry, the character, the jokes, so on. Like, I could see this being like 100 episode, you know, like random ecchi / fan service, back and forth, you know, jokes more about them living in this adventure magic world, ever fighting anything. So while this episode didn't feel like all last week did, It's really worth this kind of comedy, so it's a really, really fun episode. The most I laughed, I think, smirked at least this week, I think, in anime. Like One Piece manga made me laugh more probably, but yeah, but like generally. Really good episode. You should watch this anime. If you haven't watched the manga, watch it first, then watch this anime. But actually, one fun thing I think about positive perspective, it would be interesting how to do now. But actually, I would love to hear someone say, actually, first I watched Fool's for Oratoria, and then I watched Danmachi, and saw it from the other perspective of the newing from the ice perspective. That makes it pretty cool to experience it from that perspective, if you can. But that would be cool to kind of just block that memory, go back and see that. Yeah, that would be interesting. Anyway, see you guys next week. Have a great day.